365. Hello there, and welcome back to Love Story 365. I am Shakira, the Chief Intentional Romantic here at Love Story 365, and I wanted to do somewhat of an explainer video to explain how I came up with Love Story 365, how I got here, and where I hope to go from here. Last year, I posted a video on social media. Take a look at it right here.
It's Shakira Thompson here, and I have what I believe to be great news to share. I have started a media company. Can you believe that? And it's an inspirational romantic media company at that. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Love Story 365. At Love Story 365, every day is a new chapter in our individual as well as our collective love stories. For most of my life, I've been called a hopeless romantic. Have any of you ever been called that before? I mean, hey, I couldn't help it even if I tried. I absolutely love love. I love romance, all things romance. And to be honest with you, I happen to love the way that love feels to me. And I used to be ashamed. I used to be ashamed of it, but no more. So much so, this media company that I've created is an attempt to showcase and share love on full display. I can no longer be ashamed of the beautiful emotions and feelings that really and truly I was born with. And just so you know, there's nothing hopeless about me or you. In fact, I've actually ditched that name and picked up a new one. I tend to think that people like you and I are intentional romantics. At Love Story 365, we believe in the power of intentional romance and the beauty of everyday love stories. Our mission is simple: to inspire and uplift through the transformative power of love. And whether it's a stolen glance, a heartfelt gesture, or a grand romantic one, we are here to celebrate it all. You know, I've started this company with my beautiful, amazing teenage daughters, and we're at ground zero. We're just getting started. Right now, I am the lead head intentional romantic. But we're growing something here, and we would love for you to join and follow us on this beautiful journey as the pages of it begin to unfold. So starting today, I hope that you will begin to start adding to your love story on a daily basis. And as you are now a part of my love story, I want you to know that I love you and you deserve to be seen, heard, and celebrated. Let's make every day a celebration of love. Welcome to Love Story 365.
Okay, so that kind of gave you an introduction and some insight into me starting it. That was the first video where I talked about starting this inspirational romantic media company. Well, fast forward, and we're here where this channel was launched. Actually, it was launched on December the 30th, which just so happened to also be my birthday. So I not only celebrated my birthday on December the 30th, about 4 days ago, we also launched Love Story 365 officially on YouTube. Yay! So exciting. But what I wanted to share and explain is that, I don't know if you will believe it, but 2021, prior to 2021, I was deathly afraid of video, of showing my face on like camera. I was afraid of how I looked, how I sound, all the negative stories. I'm telling you, these negative stories that we tell ourselves are detrimental. They can really hurt us and harm us when we have the wrong programming and we're doing negative storytelling. But in March of 2021, I kind of broke out of that. I did a 100-day Instagram Reel challenge. And by the second day, I was pretty much out of the fear of being on camera. I kind of got over it really quickly. Move a little closer, move the needle closer to January 22. It was MLK Weekend, MLK Weekend 22. And I ended up being the victim of identity theft. Someone broke into a car that I was traveling with, and they stole my purse and my cell phone, and then subsequently my identity. And from that point, it kind of left me questioning, now what? What do I do? And let me tell you, I tried everything I could to reclaim that old identity. Everything that was in my cloud, I no longer had access to it. The people who stole my information, they literally went in, changed my login credentials to theirs, locked me out of everything. So for the last 15 years of my life that was tied into this cloud, I did not have access to it anymore. And so I tried everything I could to reclaim it to no avail. Up until the point where I realized it's time for me to let that go. And it's time for me to move forward and move forward in a new identity. And so I began to question God on what's next. What is the new identity? Where do we go from here? And for a long time, I felt like God wasn't answering. I wasn't hearing anything. And several months went by of me asking this same question daily. And then literally one day, I was walking around in my house, and I don't know if you all are familiar with or have experienced, you hear people saying something just dropped into my spirit. Well, it wasn't necessarily that this thing dropped into my spirit. Not only did it drop into my spirit, it came out of my mouth. That had never happened to me before. I've had things drop in my spirit, but words that I didn't mean to say had never fallen out of my mouth. The words fell out of my mouth. And I stood there thinking, okay, now that's different. And as I'm processing that moment, another set of words fell out of my mouth. The words that fell out of my mouth, I'm standing there processing the moment, and the words that fell out of my mouth was the flirtatious couple. The second set of words that came out of my mouth was fun, loving, interactive, romantic relationship tips. And I thought, I'm like, I don't know what this is. What I do know what it is, it's a book. And it became this book, The Flirtatious Couple. And it's a book that I published back in 23. And so this became the first project of Love Story 365. And so from there, I just began to follow the nudges that were being placed in my heart, and this tremendous vision that I feel like God has placed in my heart to do Love Story 365, where we celebrate love and add to our love stories daily, began to grow in my heart. And so I kind of began to work on it and try to bring it to life. And that's what I've been doing over the last 2 years. And I feel like I'm getting a little emotional because I mentioned to you nearly 3 years ago, I would not even be on the camera. I would not come on the camera. I didn't want to be anywhere near it. So for me to be even making this video to explain what I'm doing and this tremendous vision that God has placed in my heart is such a huge moment. And I'm sharing this moment and explaining this moment to you to say that if I can sit here and do this, so can you. Now, I've created Love Story 365. As I said, this is a tremendous vision. And I'm following the nudges with it. I don't have all of the details worked out. I have written the vision as Habakkuk 2:2 admonishes us to do. And I'm hoping that as I share more with you, I won't bore you with all the details of the tremendous vision. I'll share along the way. But it's January 2nd, 2025. And I want to be able to look back January 2nd, 2026 and see how far we've come. I would like to document my journey on YouTube, as well as Love Story 365's journey on YouTube, and how we're growing and we're coming together as a community of those like-minded romantics, intentional romantics, as I pointed out in the video, that we are coming together and we're understanding that, one, the greatest love story that any of us could ever write has to do in direct proportion to the love we give to ourselves. That's number one. Number two, as I talk about all the time, as evidenced in Jeremiah 31:3, because God loves us with an everlasting love, the love that we have for each other and the love that we share and the love that we have for ourselves should radiate and reflect that same level of love. We're building something here at Love Story 365, and I would so love for you to be a part. And what is so interesting to me is that in doing this and kind of now getting immersed into the world of YouTube, of course, it's going to start recommending different channels and different videos to watch. And there was one particular channel and video that came across that was so inspiring and so inspirational. And it was, I think the channel's name is Dodash. And I mentioned to you just now that we launched the channel on my birthday, and I turned 49 years young. And in Dodash's video that I came across, she talks about starting YouTube and getting on YouTube at 50. I think the screenshot of her page should be here.
It's a new era now, and it's called YouTube. Have y'all not seen all of these people on YouTube over 50 giving life advice? I had to pull my car over because God wants me to tell you the world needs you. If I was there, I would...
But I just want to say to Dodash how inspiring she is and even was to me, that for someone who's just starting, she's been a great inspiration and just giving that motivation to kind of keep going. I'm not at 50. I'm getting ready to jump into my Jubilee year, which I'm very excited about. But starting here on January the 2nd, 25, I am looking forward to seeing where we are as a channel, as a community, January 2nd, 2026. So part of the vision for Love Story 365 is to create inspirational romantic media content. And that is including lifestyle programming. I tend to like to say that instead of kind of like reality TV shows, but it's lifestyle programming. I have a list of shows that I am seeking to shoot for definitely this year, but the ones that we're able to kind of get up and running, you're going to be seeing more about that. You're going to be seeing those come on this channel. Anything that is related to inspirational romance, we're going to be trying to put it here and put it out through this channel on Love Story 365. If there's any other content related to faith and romance, or inspirational romance, inspiration, empowerment, encouragement for those who are already in romantic committed relationships, and for those singles who aspire to be in one, the hope is that this will be your go-to channel for inspirational romantic media. I hope that you will join me on this journey. I hope that you will begin to feel the love, and you will subscribe to the channel. You will engage with the channel, and you will tell your family and friends about the channel. I hope that we can grow together on the channel, through this channel. And if you are watching this and you have a vision in your heart, if God has placed something in your heart to do, you've been given a vision. Take it from me. If I can sit here and do this video, and if I can sit here and create a YouTube channel, you can do it too. And that's just not with YouTube, as Dodash encouraged to jump on YouTube. Maybe that's not your thing, but whatever your thing is, whatever the vision God has placed in your heart to do, use me. You see me as a sign to get started. This is going to be a great year, and let's just get to work. Let's get started. Importantly, let's love. Let's celebrate love and add to our love stories daily.
Celebrate love and add to your love stories daily.